This morning, Black Friday in America. This is cybersecurity threats to look out for if you're shopping online.
Plus, increased enforcement, what Madison police are cracking down on in the final month of 2024.
Good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday. Good luck on your shopping today. I'm Michelle Renee Quinn.
And I'm Josh Brighter. Chris and Kyron have the morning off. Are you a little full this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I can't even button the jacket today.
I'm stuffed. We had the turkey, the dressing, all of the vegetables. We had it all.
Oh, and we have a lot of leftovers that I'm looking forward to eating this weekend, and they're going to help warm us up because the forecast is cold. First Warm Meteorologist Savannah Burrito here now with a look at that temperature trend, and it's ugly.
Yeah, it's nasty. You said it right. We have all this Arctic air that's been building, those deep purples and the whites. That's the coldest air, and that's unfortunately making its way into portions of the Dakotas, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. And that's what's driving really, really cold air all across southern Wisconsin this morning, and wind chills that are down to the single digits, and even a couple of areas sub-zero. We're not really going to see improvements in this pattern through the weekend, even into early next week. This is specifically looking at that time frame between December 5th and the 9th, the next 6 to 10 days, and we still are going to be seeing likely below average temperatures. So unfortunately, get used to that cold snap. I mean, at least we had several months where we were above average. Now we're seeing the tail end or flip in that pattern, and that's probably going to last at least through the first 2 weeks of December, if not even into the third and fourth weeks, maybe even up to Christmas. But this time frame does show below average precipitation. So, I mean, if it's this cold, it might as well snow, I guess. Dare I say that, guys?
It'd be prettier outside,
Yeah, I was thinking
especially
that.
with all the Christmas lights.
Yeah, if I gotta be cold, I want to see something pretty, I guess.
So. It's better than rain, a cold rain.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we don't want
Definitely
that.
better than rain. Well, thanks so much. We'll check in shortly.
Sounds good.
Today is Black Friday, and a record number of Americans are expected to shop during the holiday weekend.
CBS's Christine Lazar takes a look at how much folks plan to spend and where the deals are.
Black Friday is more laid back these days and no longer the mob scene from years ago, but it's still a major shopping event. The National Retail Federation predicts 85 million people will head to a store. Do you shop in store, online?
I prefer in store because I like to be able to touch and feel.
And it appears shoppers will be spending today and throughout the holiday season. Sales are expected to be 3.2% higher than last year. Retailers want to get their share of those dollars and are luring customers with major deals.
I am very conscious of sale prices.
Inflation has certainly remained top of mind for shoppers. Consumers are focused on sales and promotions, but they're willing to splurge on things that matter to them.
Toys, gaming consoles, and TVs are expected to be hot items, but they could go fast.
So you want to make sure and shop for those early because once they're gone, those are usually not restocked during the holiday season.
Retail Me Not's Stephanie Carls says it's important to have a strategy.
Holiday deals are always so tempting to look at, but creating a shopping list and a budget is going to help prevent those impulse purchases and overspending.
And if you miss out on Black Friday, there are plenty of other opportunities. Holiday deals are expected to continue through the weekend and into December. Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
If you're planning on shopping online today or on Cyber Monday, watch out for phishing scams. Cybersecurity experts are warning of a wave of phishing attempts this year. They often involve fabricated websites designed to imitate the real ones. But fraudsters are behind these imitation sites, and they can steal any payment information users submit. Most users won't even realize they've fallen for the scam until they don't receive what they supposedly ordered. Experts advise users to be wary of unsolicited marketing emails and to navigate the website on their own.
You'll probably receive or buy gifts with lithium batteries this Christmas. The Fire Safety Research Institute offers these tips to protect yourselves, your family, and your home. Choose certified products. Make sure you are buying from a company that certifies their devices for safety. Handle lithium devices with care by avoiding modifications. Keep them away from extreme temperatures and avoid direct sunlight. Also, keep an eye out for warning signs like swelling, punctures, or unusual sounds like popping and hissing. Since 2022, there have been 188 explosions and 3,000 fires caused by consumer products with those batteries.
You're taking a live look at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta. With Thanksgiving now over, the airport is gearing up to fly people back home. They're hoping for a smoother return than what happened the last few days. Over 200 flights saw delays on Wednesday. More than another 100 experienced delays yesterday, and this includes flights both in and out of the airport.
And nationwide, here's a look at the flight map right now across the country. All green airplanes at this hour. This is what you like to see after a long or during a long holiday weekend. So some good news if you're flying back home today so far. We're going to keep an eye on those flights all morning and provide you updates.
And if you flew in on Wednesday, the TSA counted you in. The agency says it screened more than 2.7 million passengers, and that's slightly below their prediction of 2.9 million. It's down around 15,000 from the day before Thanksgiving last year. The TSA predicts more than 3 million travelers will fly back home on Sunday.
And a live look at Merrimack this morning. If you're planning on using the ferry, get ready to take the long way home. The DOT says the ferry will be closed today because of the forecasted cold weather. They have not said when they plan to reopen. It may stay closed the remainder of the year depending on the weather conditions. The cable-drawn ferry is not designed to work in sub-freezing temperatures. Warning lights leading up to the ferry will designate alternate routes.
If you commute by bus in Madison, expect reduced service today. All paratransit rides are canceled today. Routes 81 through 84 will not be operating, and 80 will be on recess schedules. Routes A through S will follow the Saturday schedule.
Madison police plan to increase traffic enforcement in December. They plan to focus on enforcing bicycle and pedestrian laws. MPD will also work with the Dane County Sheriff's Office to enforce seatbelt, alcohol, and speed laws. The department says the goal of these efforts is to enhance public safety. Grants from the Department of Transportation will help fund the extra enforcement.
Australia is now the first country in the world to ban social media users under the age of 16. Its new law will fine companies that don't, quote, reasonable steps to enforce the restriction. Now, the passage of the law follows several high-profile youth suicides. Critics point out some children and teens use social media to connect with support systems. Others say tech companies don't have the tools to enforce the law. The Australian ban comes as TikTok says it's restricting how minors use beauty filters. Several social media companies say they already take steps to protect young people.
6:06 on a Friday morning. The Packers waking up winners once again after taking down the Miami Dolphins in the Thanksgiving nightcap. They're moving to 9-3 on the season. The Dolphins quarterback had never won a game in the NFL when the temperature at kickoff was below 45 degrees, and his team struggled to adapt before he even took a snap. The Packers punting early on when Malik Washington muffs the punt. Robert Rochelle recovers, and the Packers would take full advantage. Take a look at it going right through the hands there. Now to the second quarter when the Packers led 14-3 until this catch and run by Jaden Reed on 3rd and 2. He also caught the first touchdown after the muffed punt earlier. The Dolphins cut into the lead the rest of the way, but it was not nearly enough. The Packers win it 30-17, and when you win on Thanksgiving, you get to celebrate with some holiday dinner. There it is, right there.
There it is, and they also celebrated with that little turkey dance. I know you saw that.
I did too. I love it. What a big night in Green Bay.
Yes, our green and gold never disappoint. If you want more high-stakes football in our state, it's on today. The Badgers face Minnesota today at 11. Not only is it the battle for the axe for Wisconsin, it's a battle for bowl eligibility. They need to win this game to qualify for a bowl, and the Badgers haven't failed to do so since 2001. Only Oklahoma and Georgia have longer runs, and both of those teams have already qualified this year. We'll have today's game between the Badgers and Gophers for you right here on WISC-TV 3.
Yeah, the home for the Badgers today. I'll be out at Camp Randall. Taking my parents are down here from Minnesota, of course. They're Gopher fans. I'm a Badger fan, so a little rivalry in-house. My sister went to the University of Minnesota, so it's going to be an interesting day. But yeah, we're going to be bundling up because it is really, really cold outside.
Let's go see what your forecast is. Savannah Brito with our first warn weather.
Yeah, good morning. Very, very chilly outside when you factor in those wind chills because our winds are gusting up to about 25 miles per hour right now. We'll talk about the better weekend day ahead.
And in your morning sports, hear from some senior football players set to be honored at the Battle for the Axe.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Brought to you by Toyota.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get an exciting new Toyota, like Camry.
Wait, what?
RAV4 Hybrid.
Cool.
Tundra. and more.
Whoa.
How'd you do that?
Toyotathon magic.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma for $299 a month. Or get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a tough new Tundra.
'Tis the season for Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
When you want to make junk disappear, leave it where it is. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is full-service junk removal. I've got a partner who lives down the street from you, and we're anxious to come to your rescue. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Treat yourself to rich Ghirardelli chocolate and luscious caramel. Experience Ghirardelli caramel squares in a bag and a bar. Makes life a bite better.
What are you doing?
Oh, we did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, you know, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
It's been called the after-dinner dip, a food coma. No matter how you treat postprandial somnolence, you're ready for a serious sleep upgrade. During the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. That's 4 days, where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus, get 60 months no interest financing and free shipping. The 4-day Black Friday super sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
We all have that friend with amazing skin.
Tell me your secret, and lunch is on me.
Don't just envy her. Get glowing skin of your own with a results-driven, professional facial customized just for you by a skilled esthetician. Get glowing with regular facials from Massage Envy.
So what's going on with this?
Whether you share your secret or not is up to you. Massage Envy, where better skin begins.
This year, give the gift card everybody will love. Stop in and pick some up today.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We're back 6:12 on this Black Friday. You may be thinking about shopping and sales now, but 4 days from today is Giving Tuesday.
Our very own Will Keneally sat down with the president of Charity Navigator on how they help connect people to the right charities.
Thanks for joining us. I want to first ask broadly how your organization helps people figure out what is either good or bad about a charity.
Sure. Charity Navigator is a free resource for donors, basically trying to help you find anybody and everybody, find good organizations to give to. Our goal is to make impactful giving easier for everyone. We have the full list of legally registered charities in the United States. That's 1.6 million. We have ratings on 235,000 of them. And we're really just trying to streamline the process so that you can get nobody can give to 1 million charities. People are going to give to maybe 3 or 4 max. And so how do you get down to that refined level? And then how do you do it in a way that really makes a difference in the world?
Do you see any difference between local homegrown charities versus larger national organizations at all?
There's both can be outstanding. And both are good. One of the advantages of a local homegrown organization is that they're going to have much closer connectivity to the people they're serving. So go back to something I was saying before about one of the things we look at in the rating is essentially how does the organization listen to its constituents or the people that it's serving? And local homegrown organizations tend to be really good at that because they tend to be of the community that they're serving. The larger nationals they can have that level of connectivity, but they also, what they have is reach in a way that the local homegrown won't have. And sometimes, and particularly in the area of, like, let's say, disaster relief, some of those big organizations are the most important people doing the engagement because they can actually get into these situations, whereas the little guys may not be able to get in.
Any advice that you'd give to people as we head into Giving Tuesday here?
Sure. One of the things, there are too many choices out there. And so one of the ways to reduce your choices is to sort of go to your heart. What is it that you care about? Because giving is emotional. And then take that feeling and try and refine it. Try and get really specific. And the more specific you get, the less choices you have. And that actually makes it easier to find a great organization to give to. And so the other thing about being specific is that it makes it a lot easier to say no to random solicitations that you are going to get. That happens all the time. If you know that your thing is education, then when someone asks you to do something for the environment or for some political issue, it's like, I just do education. That's my thing, and you can be proud about it. And people generally walk away from you at that point saying, all right, I got it. And that's a great way to give and to be consistent in your giving.
6:15, meteorologist Savannah Brito here with your first warn weather, and I noticed a few snowflakes out there this morning, Savannah.
Yeah, we're tracking some light snow showers still at this point in time on radar. For the most part, you can see where the heavier bands of snow are falling across Madison, east and southeast of La Crosse, and then really south of Milwaukee across northern Illinois. That's where that snow band is going to enter. We're not going to see much of an accumulation. You might wake up to that on the cars, elevated surfaces. A couple of the roadways could have some slick spots out there, so be careful. Accumulating snow, though, that's going to be really across northern Wisconsin, the UP, Michigan, northern Indiana through about mid to late morning. And then we'll see another band of snow develop across southern Iowa and northern Missouri. That's going to track in across central and southern Illinois, and then even into central and southern Indiana and Ohio. So if you're traveling there to those places across the Midwest, allow a little bit of extra time. We're still going to see light snow showers, but again, across southern Wisconsin, that's not going to be accumulating, and across northern Illinois, aside of those grassy and elevated surfaces. Wind chills, though, we're going to see that factored in all day. Some of us waking up to sub-zero ones early this morning. That through the afternoon, at best, we're looking at maybe what feels like 10 degrees. Most of us are going to have those in the single digits, though. And then tonight into early Saturday morning, tomorrow waking up, that's what's going to be frigid. We're looking at probably at least below zero, sub-zero all across southern Wisconsin. Maybe a couple of areas that fall below -5 degrees. Not air temperatures, but what it feels like out there. And then into tomorrow, maybe a little bit warmer, only by a couple degrees. The air temperature will range from the lower to mid-20s at best over the weekend, but we're looking at pretty gusty conditions. Winds are going to be factored in all day, and then same, that driving to a wind chill with that factored in. Probably, again, similar to what we'll see today, tomorrow, where we see maybe a couple of areas that see 10, 11, 12 degrees based on what it feels like out there, but most of us are probably looking at those single-digit chills. The actual air temperature falling to 11 tonight will rise a little bit tomorrow into Sunday, 23 and 26. At least we have sunshine, maybe a couple 30s finally about mid to late week next week before another cool down with highs in the 20s.
The journey back to the Final Four is about to begin for Badger volleyball with the postseason right around the corner. But first things first, you got to close out the regular season on a high note. Wisconsin hosting Ohio State. Good news, Lola Schumacher was back in the lineup. Even better news, the freshman serves up an ace in the first set. And then later, Badgers on the attack again. This time it's Charlie Furbringer setting up Carter Booth, and she hammers it home for the kill. Booth finished with 11 of those, and how about this end to set number one? CeCe Crawford welcomes the Buckeyes to her block party. This one went to 5. Badgers get the win, 3-2. Well, it's Axe Week. There's not much more that needs to be said. College football's oldest rivalry renews on Friday with a ton on the line for Wisconsin. A win not only keeps the Axe where it belongs, but it sends the seniors out on a high note and keeps that bowl streak alive. The Badgers know what's at stake, and they say they're going to do everything in their power to get a win.
The week is like everything. Like, end of the season, like, it's a must-win. Like, we got to have it, you know what I'm saying? It is, in a sense, a Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? It's the most important game of the season.
No matter, like, how your year goes, how disappointing your year is, or
how good your year is, like this axe really determines like the feeling of the season. Like this is a must-have game.
Life is good if you're Casey O'Brien right now. Over the weekend, Badger forward became the program's all-time assist leader. And in a couple of days, she gets to go play close to home on the East Coast. Wisconsin travels to Maine on Friday, 4 hours away from her hometown. But it gets even better. Her brother plays at Colby College, which is an hour away from where she'll be skating this weekend. And have all the O'Briens that close is rare, but it's something she's very thankful for.
My parents, they're getting an Airbnb in between Colby and Maine, which Colby, my brother goes, he plays hockey there, and so I'll be able to see him and my other brothers coming from New York for the weekend. So it's really special just to see them and maybe get to see him play. If the game times work out and have them come watch me, that's really special because it happens like rarely, and to happen twice in a year is pretty special with our trip to BC, so super thankful for that.
And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
You too, Zach. Still ahead, we're looking at replicas of iconic movies.
And in our next half hour, Madison Police pushing for funding for body cameras, how they'll put those cameras to use. And as we head to break on a Friday morning to look at gas prices this holiday weekend, we're back after this.
Wisconsin Broadcasters. Local, trusted, connected.
It's the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take $100 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping. The 4-day Black Friday super sale, only at Denver Mattress.
After my son was born, I was having a hard time leaving him, only being able to see him once before going to work and then once before bed. That's just not enough time.
At my old job, my entire check went to daycare to pay to be away from my child. We bring our kids with us in the mornings and they ride with us on our routes and then they go to school.
I'm on a route where I'm the one dropping my kids off at school. It's been phenomenal.
Being able to bring them with me has been really great for our family.
At Gruber Law Offices, you pay us nothing until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to get the results and compensation you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Ready to embark on an exclusive journey into the lives of UW's top athletes? News 3 Now sports director Zach Hanley takes you inside Wisconsin Huddle, a one-of-a-kind 30-minute weekly special. It's more than just highlights. It's more than X's and O's. It's an inside look into the world of Big Ten college athletes, from their journey to Madison to insights on how they prepare for competition. Watch Wisconsin Huddle Friday nights at 6:30 on WISC-TV. Brought to you by TDS Telecom.
The holidays could always use more Ghirardelli Peppermint Bark. More sweaters that hit the mark. More drinks with festive sparks. Because this season, there's no such thing as too much. Ghirardelli Peppermint Bark adds just the right touch.
Are you looking for a trustworthy publishing company to publish your book?
Covenant Books is an author-friendly publisher who shares your passion and beliefs. Call us today and we'll send you a free author packet to help get you started. We provide a full range of publishing services.
Covenant sells your book and ebook online and in bookstores everywhere. Our authors love us. Just look.
Be like these authors and get your book published today.
To get your free writer's guide, call now 1-800-216-5097.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger over a T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a deal, relax with some hydro massage feels. Instead of in-laws in your face.
Did you hear the owl?
Get some space at any of our 2,600 locations with the PF Black Card. Just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Deal ends Friday, December 6th.
It's the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take $100 off our Doctor's Choice lineup, any size, any model. Plus, get 60 months, no interest, and free shipping. The 4-day Black Friday super sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Well, welcome back. A beautiful sunrise or sunset by Gwen. All these colors. I love the vibrancy of, I mean, I don't like winter, but it makes for really good pictures.
It's those like picture window forecasts where like it looks good from inside when you're all like bundled up with a hot cup of coffee in hand and
You don't actually have to step
have to go outside like today.
Yeah.
Like even like I'm lucky enough to have a garage, but like walking from the parking lot into the station this morning, I was like, oh my gosh. We just haven't felt this cold for quite some time.
You need to have like a scarf and a hat where only your eyes
are available. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, Gwen, thank you so much for sharing your morning. Trending right now, we're talking about movies. People in London had the chance to see the Home Alone home for themselves. Take a look. The folks at Disney Plus recreated the iconic home at the White Rabbit Studios. It features 3 sets, the living room, the bedroom, and the hallway. Visitors even had their holiday pictures taken. The home had props on hand as well, such as Kevin's green robe and Harry's coat covered in feathers.
I love that.
You know, when our, not meteorologist, rather photographer, Mark Schilling, when he was at the airport, he said, I'm waiting for somebody to stand up and go, Kevin! Yes.
Every single time.
We should take him to this
I've
home.
never heard that in an airport, but I never traveled during the holidays. So.
It's from Home Alone. Have you seen the movie?
No,
Oh,
I'm just saying I've never been in an airport and witnessed that.
Oh, yeah.
On a movie, yes.
On a movie, yes, especially this time of the year. Well, there's no place like your home for the ruby slippers. There's the word, slippers from the Wizard of Oz. You have the chance to make it reality. You might need around $3 million on hand, though. That's how much organizers expect the winning bid to amount to. A thief stole the shoes almost 2 decades ago from a museum in Minnesota. The FBI recovered them back in 2018. Only 4 pairs of the slippers still exist. Heritage auctions will take those bids on the slippers through December 7th.
So do you think whoever is going to get the highest bid, do you think they're going to wear them, or are they going to display them?
I don't think they would wear them.
No, if you're spending $3 million on
right,
that, I
glass
hope you don't wear
case,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Mount them on your wall or something like that.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you're going to need the Don More Than Slippers today, Savannah.
Yeah, you need the whole boots, the coat, all the winter gear. Make sure you bundle up. We'll talk about how chilly our temperatures are.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
At Gruber Law Offices, you pay us nothing until we win your case. We don't get paid until after you get paid. It costs you nothing to get the help you need after a serious accident. The call, free. The consultation, free. Our team can answer your questions and handle your concerns for free. Let our team get you the results and compensation you deserve. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes, and eyes and cheeks and
professional massage therapists and estheticians helping you be your best. Massage Envy, where better begins.
This year, give the gift card every body will love. Stop in and pick some up today.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-641-5066. That's 1-800-641-5066. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-641-5066 now.
The days are shorter and the chill is setting in. Is your home ready to face the cold?
Feldco's energy-efficient windows can save you money and keep you warm this winter. Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no money down and no interest until 2026. Specifically designed for the Midwest, our windows are also backed by nearly 50 years of experience in the industry.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Call now.
Call 866 for Feltco.
Follow the beat of Butch Vig with Madison Magazine. How a kid with a drum kit became a visionary DIY producer, musician, and Grammy winner. The local legend tells all in a home studio sit-down. Madison Magazine, online and on newsstands now. And the winner is Madison Magazine. Proud to earn 11 Milwaukee Press Club Awards for excellence in Wisconsin journalism. And the top prize for civic journalism in this year's National City and Regional Magazine Awards.
This morning, Black Friday in America. What customers are looking for and how to find the best savings.
Plus, we'll look at air travel across the country as Thanksgiving celebrators prepare to return home.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. It is Friday, November 29th, also known as
Black
Friday. Nice. You saw where I was going with that.
Savannah didn't see it.
Yeah.
I did. Everyone that's shopping or planning on hitting the roads, I mean, ugh.
I know.
Nasty
It's a wake-up call. I know a lot of folks, a lot of stores opening up 30 minutes ago for Black Friday savings. I hope they bundled up because those current temperatures are not pretty.
It's not good outside, but it can always be worse. I always try to find the silver lining, and today is the fact that we're not tracking like a foot of snow, at least for anyone that is traveling. But yes, it is cold outside. We're tracking the teens across some of the area. The 20s, though, across Dane County. 21 currently in Middleton, 20 in Madison, 20 degrees also in Edgerton. But there are a couple of areas that are down to the teens, and air temperature, or the wind chill when you factor that in, that makes it feel like we're down to the single digits across some of the area, and even a couple that are sub-zero. That's going to be more widespread, though, tonight into early Saturday morning. We'll keep that wind chill factored in all day today, tomorrow, and most of the weekend. Our first Arctic blast of the season's here. At least we'll see some sunshine this weekend, but breezy conditions where we'll see winds gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. Any flurries we see through the next couple of days not leading to an accumulation, but we'll talk about where we could see that.
All right, Savannah, we'll check back in shortly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today is Black Friday, and a number of Americans are expected to shop during the holiday weekend.
CBS's Christine Lazar takes a look at how much folks plan to spend and where the biggest deals are.
Black Friday is more laid back these days and no longer the mob scene from years ago, but it's still a major shopping event. The National Retail Federation predicts 85 million people will head to a store. Do you shop in store, online?
I prefer in store because I like to be able to touch and feel.
And it appears shoppers will be spending today and throughout the holiday season. Sales are expected to be 3.2% higher than last year. Retailers want to get their share of those dollars and are luring customers with major deals.
I am very conscious of sale prices.
Inflation has certainly remained top of mind for shoppers. Consumers are focused on sales and promotions, but they're willing to splurge on things that matter to them.
Toys, gaming consoles, and TVs are expected to be hot items, but they could go fast.
So you want to make sure and shop for those early because once they're gone, those are usually not restocked during the holiday season.
Retail Me Not's Stephanie Carls says it's important to have a strategy.
Holiday deals are always so tempting to look at, but creating a shopping list and a budget is going to help prevent those impulse purchases and overspending.
And if you miss out on Black Friday, there are plenty of other opportunities. Holiday deals are expected to continue through the weekend and into December. Christine Lazar, CBS News, Los Angeles.
If you're planning on shopping online today or on Cyber Monday, watch out for phishing scams. Cybersecurity experts are warning of a wave of phishing attempts this year. They often involve fabricated websites designed to imitate the real ones, but fraudsters are behind these imitation sites, and they can steal any payment information users submit. Most users won't even realize they've fallen for the scam until they don't receive what they're supposedly ordered. Experts advise users to be wary of unsolicited marketing emails and to navigate to websites on their own.
You'll probably receive or buy gifts with lithium batteries this holiday season. The Fire Safety Research Institute is offering this advice to protect yourselves, your family, and your home. Choose certified products. Make sure you are buying from a company that certifies their devices for safety. Handle lithium devices with care by avoiding modifications. Keep them away from extreme temperatures and avoid direct sunlight. Also, keep an eye out for warning signs like swelling, punctures, or unusual sounds like popping and hissing. Since 2022, there have been 188 explosions and 3,000 fires caused by consumer products with those batteries.
It's 6:33. You're taking a live look at Los Angeles International Airport, LAX. With Thanksgiving now over, the airport's gearing up to fly people back home. They're hoping for a smoother return than what happened in the last few days. Over 300 flights saw delays on Wednesday, and more than another 100 experienced delays yesterday. This includes flights both into and out of the airport.
Meanwhile, here's a look at air travel across the country at this hour. Look at all those green airplanes. That's some good news if you're planning on flying back home today. Currently at this hour, there are also no delays at Dane County Regional Airport either.
And if you flew in on Wednesday, the TSA counted you in. The agency says it screened more than 2.7 million passengers. That's slightly below their prediction of 2.9 million, and it's down around 15,000 from the day before Thanksgiving last year. The TSA predicts more than 3 million travelers will fly back home on Sunday.
6:34 right now. Live look at the Merrimack Ferry at this hour. If you were planning on returning home using the ferry, you might have to take the long way home later this weekend. The DOT says the ferry will be closed this evening starting at 6 because of the forecasted cold weather. They have not said when they will reopen. It may stay closed the remainder of the year depending on the weather conditions. We have a lot of cold on the way. The cable-drawn ferry is not designed to work in sub-freezing temperatures. Warning lights leading up to the ferry will designate alternate routes.
If you commute by bus in Madison, expect reduced service today. All paratransit rides are canceled today. Routes 81 through 84 will not be operating, and 80 will be on recess schedules. Routes A through S will follow the Saturday schedule.
Madison police plan to increase traffic enforcement in December. They will focus on enforcing bicycle and pedestrian laws. MPD will also work with the Dane County Sheriff's Office to enforce seatbelt, alcohol, and speed laws. The department says the goals of these efforts is to enhance public safety. Grants from the Department of Transportation will help fund the extra enforcement.
Happening today, the Wisconsin Elections Commission will canvass the results of the November election. That's when the results will become official. The certification covers state and federal contests, including congressional races, state legislature seats, and the presidential election. Once signed, results for the U.S. Senate and presidential race will be sent to the governor for final approval. They'll then be sent to federal authorities. Election Commission Chair Megan Wolf praised election officials for ensuring another fair, accurate, and transparent election. And Australia is now the first country in the world to ban social media users under the age of 18. Rather, under the age of 16. Its new law will fine companies that don't take, quote, reasonable steps to enforce the restriction. The passage of the law follows several high-profile youth suicides. Critics point out some children and teens use social media to connect with support systems. Others say tech companies don't have the tools to enforce the law. The Australian ban comes as TikTok says it's restricting how minors use beauty filters. Several social media companies say they already take steps to protect young people.
6:37 to the green and gold this morning. The Packers are winning again. They took down the Miami Dolphins in the Thanksgiving nightcap to move to 9-3 on the season. The Dolphins quarterback has never won a game in the NFL when the temperature at kickoff was below 45 degrees, and it was a cold one at Lambeau last night. His team struggled to adapt before he even took a snap. The Packers punting early on when Malik Washington muffs the punt. Robert Rochelle recovers, and the Packers would take full advantage. Just take a look at it going right through the hands there. To the second quarter now. The Packers led 14-3 until this catch and run by Jaden Reed on 3rd and 2. He also caught the first touchdown after the muffed punt earlier. The Dolphins cut into the lead the rest of the way, but it was not nearly enough. The Packers win at 30-17. And of course, when you win on Thanksgiving, you get to celebrate with that holiday dinner.
They worked hard for it.
Yes, they
deserve
did.
Every single bite.
Look at those big turkey legs.
I know, that is a huge turkey. I wonder how many pounds.
They need it for all those guys.
Very good point. Well, if you want more high-stakes football in our state, it is on today. The Badgers face Minnesota today at 11. Not only is it the battle for the axe for Wisconsin, it's a battle for bowl eligibility. They need to win this game to qualify for a bowl, and the Badgers haven't failed to do so since 2001. Only Oklahoma and Georgia have longer runs, and both of those teams have qualified this year. We'll have today's game between the Badgers and Gophers for you right here on WISC-TV 3.
News 3 Now, you're home for the Badgers later today. Going to be a fun one.
And coming up, Madison police are pushing for funding for body cameras, how they'll put these cameras to use.
And we're tracking bitter cold not only this morning, but we'll talk about how long that'll stick around.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads, download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now.
All right, let's go. I'll shop for the kids and you get something for the dog.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
Whether you're shopping for gifts or something for yourself.
Don't forget toys for the dog.
Rush in for Black Friday deals at Menards that everyone will love. Because when they're gone, they're gone.
Save big money at Menards.
Milk chocolate beyond words. Classic recipe by Lindt.
It's been called the after-dinner dip, a food coma. No matter how you treat postprandial somnolence, you're ready for a serious sleep upgrade. During the 4-day Black Friday super sale at Denver Mattress. That's 4 days, where the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Take up to $500 off select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and score a $300 gift. Plus, get 60 months no interest financing and free shipping. The 4-day Black Friday super sale, only at Denver Mattress.
Score the lowest prices of the year right now at Brothers Main's Black Friday sale. You won't find lower prices anywhere. And enjoy our free delivery. Shop family-owned Brothers Main's low price guarantee on brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
The Bucks are back on broadcast TV. It's Dame time on Television Wisconsin. Catch Giannis and the Bucks when they battle the Hawks in MKE. And watch select games on broadcast TV all season on Television Wisconsin. Bucks, Hawks. The action tips off Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on Television Wisconsin. You have a consumer issue and you keep getting the runaround. Need help?
It's call for action to help me. Nobody else did.
Contact our team by phone or on channel3000.com. Call for action only on News 3 Now. Moving forward for you. Moving forward in your community. Lending helping hands. Spotlighting the people. Telling the stories. Warning you first. Your local news source. For nearly 70 years. News 3 Now. Moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
Welcome back. It is 6:42. The Madison Police Department is requesting city funding for body cameras for its officers. This follows a pilot program where officers tested the recording devices.
Our Merrill Hubbard sat down with an expert on criminal law and procedure from UW.
So where does Madison stand in comparison to other cities as far as how they use body camera footage for officers?
Over the past decade, the use of officer-worn body cameras has really rapidly increased in prevalence. Large cities, those with populations over 1 million, have been using them for some time. So by 2016, we already saw about 80% of really large metropolitan agencies using body cameras at some level. But we've seen other agencies using them more and more, so that today all large metropolitan agencies are using them, and we have about 83% or so of other agencies using them at some level. Now, Madison's been using them experimentally for a while, and so the degree to which officers use body cameras varies. Our data on the details of that aren't very good, and they're a little bit dated.
So is Madison a little bit uncommon then compared to other Midwestern cities as far as not having them fully rolled out?
So certainly there's variation still across cities, but for a city of its size, most comparable cities would be using body cameras more broadly than we've been using them here to date.
Okay, got you. And then in a court of law, how can body camera footage be used?
So body camera footage would be evidence, just like any other kind of evidence, subject to the ordinary rules of admissibility. It obviously shows one perspective on an event. And so camera footage from an officer's camera gives you one perspective on what has happened, but other forms of evidence, including other visual data, could be useful in any particular case.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And then have body cameras been shown to decrease incidences of police misconduct, or have they shown anything that police are doing incorrect, or how are they used in that sense, I guess?
Sure. So the data on this are really mixed and rapidly evolving. As I mentioned, departments are adopting officer-worn cameras quickly, and so we're collecting information in real time. Studies are coming out and yielding different results. So the most recent studies seem to suggest that officer use of force decreases slightly, about maybe 10% on average, in agencies that have been capturing this kind of camera footage. And that civilian complaints go down, though, more substantially. So about 20% reduction we tend to see in civilian complaints in agencies that are using body cameras.
Yeah, it's interesting still because you're developing that data, because this is kind of a new thing that people are adjusting to and everything like that. But it is interesting to see some trends.
There are, although I think we want to hold those really tentatively. The more recent studies came out around 2020, 2021. Before that, we actually were getting some studies that were showing either negative or neutral impacts from the use of body cameras, although always in really small amounts of difference.
Got you. Do you believe body cameras increase trust, and could they serve as a mechanism to build trust with the community then?
So that's an interesting question. Sometimes what we are able to observe as far as changes in officer behavior is different from how the community feels about an agency and the amount of trust and legitimacy that agencies are perceived as having. The public strongly supports the use of these cameras. And so that's a sort of an interesting point in and of itself. If it makes people feel more confident to know that police are capturing this information, that may have independent value entirely apart from whether it's changing police behavior on the ground.
Got you. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with me and talking to us about this. I really appreciate your time.
6:46, meteorologist Savannah Brito is here with your forecast and a few snowflakes out there this morning, Savannah.
Yeah, we're still talking about some light snow showers coming down across southern Wisconsin, across Dane County. That's across Madison, Cottage Grove, Stoughton, those areas just south of Waunakee, north of Cross Plains. So still some snow bands moving across the area in Jefferson County, and basically just to our east, Whitewater, Milton, Elkhorn, also by Mukwonago. Those areas still tracking some light snow. We're not going to see any major accumulations from this, maybe a little bit on grassy and elevated surfaces, and on roadways, parking lots, sidewalks, there could be a few slicker areas, so just be extra careful, allow a little bit of extra time, and with it being the holidays, of course, make sure you have a full tank of gas, especially because of the cold this morning. The areas that will see accumulating snow, if you're traveling north, well north of here across northern Wisconsin, the UP, Michigan, and then portions of northern Indiana, at least today, but then later in the afternoon and evening, that being this morning, we'll see another band of snow develop across southern Iowa and northern Missouri. That's going to track in across central and southern Illinois, Indiana, and then Ohio as well. So those areas will likely see accumulating snow. So if you're traveling there or planning on that, or traveling back to southern Wisconsin from there, allow definitely extra time. Wind chills this morning. We do have some areas sub-zero. Most of us are in the single digits. That's going to be factored in all day today, making it feel much cooler outside. And then especially especially tonight. We will likely see our first sub-zero wind chills mostly all across southern Wisconsin into early Saturday morning. Tomorrow during the day, we will warm up slightly. Air temperatures today and tomorrow will be in the lower 20s, but based on what it feels like outside, that factored in will make it feel like we're down to the single digits most, if not all of the day. I do think a couple areas could potentially reach 10, 11, 12 degrees for wind chills, but definitely cold. And nighttime lows the next 2 nights, 11 and 12. The good news is we'll see a little bit of sunshine. I don't think that's really going to help things, but at least mentally we'll see the sun.
There's a point it gets so cold, the sun really doesn't matter that much.
And when you have wind chills factored in, yeah, you'll see the sun, but the chills will still be factored in, so.
Yikes.
The chills will feel less chilly when you're standing in the sun, guys. Come on.
I guess.
We need a little bit of positivity
Thanks
this morning.
for the bright stop, Michelle Renee. Savannah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, starting next year, Madison will launch its first professional volleyball team. Madison is just one of the several teams in a new pro league called Love. The Love team includes Olympians, former Badgers, and now some doctors. They've selected UW Health as the official team medical provider for Love Madison. Dr. David Bernhard is the primary care sports physician at UW Health and a professor of orthopedics and rehabilitation. Now he's adding lead team physician for Love Madison to his titles. He says it's an honor to do so.
When you can take care of somebody who's as motivated as a professional athlete in terms of identifying what their injuries are, trying to take care of their body, doing everything they can do in terms of rehab, have the motivation to get back on the court, I think it really makes for a more gratifying job for us as providers.
Other teams in the league come from Atlanta, Austin, Houston, Omaha, and Salt Lake City. Madison's first match will be January 10th in Houston. The first home match will be the weekend of January 17th at the Wisconsin Fieldhouse. And we've already seen a couple of our Badgers be drafted to these teams, so we love to see that.
Yes, we do.
More women's sports.
Coming up in the morning sprint, new findings on the spread of misinformation versus facts.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer, only on News 3 Now.
Come on, baby. Don't be like that. We can get through this. I know we've had some hiccups, but I can't afford to lose you. A new furnace just isn't in my budget.
Worried about breaking the bank? Ask us about our monthly payment plans.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait. Turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Funny Girl is the theatrical event of the season. Entertainment Weekly raves. Funny Girl is a love letter to the big old-fashioned Broadway musical. Don't miss Funny Girl. Playing December 31st through January 5th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
You don't need to battle addiction alone. Contact the great people at Wood Violet Recovery today. You could be on your way to recovery the same day. Wood Violet Recovery works with a wide range of insurance networks, so a large portion of your treatment may be covered. Wood Violet Recovery will create the treatment plan that best suits your needs. Unlike other rehab facilities, phones and laptops are welcome. Today may feel dark, but there's a brighter tomorrow. Contact Wood Violet Recovery now.
This is the Ergo Smart Base from Tempur-Pedic, and it responds to snoring, so you don't have to. So no more nudging your partner or sleeping on the other side of the house, because the Tempur Ergo Smart Base actually detects snoring, then automatically adjusts to help reduce it all night, every night.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets and get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Seniors, are you aware that you could pay less for your car insurance?
Seniors can save money on their car insurance.
You might save a little, you might save a lot.
Maybe hundreds of dollars a year.
You might save 5% a year, maybe 10%, 15%, or even more.
That's a lot of money. So call right now and find out just how much money you might be able to save.
1-800-912-2517. 1-800-912-2517.
America Frankie with this live Channel 3000.
Expect even more from Channel 3000 Plus.
One with this live Channel 3000.
Live updates from the News 3 Now team. Breaking news as it happens.
Good morning and happy Thursday. Temperature.
Weather every 10 minutes.
Meteorologist Alex Harrington with your news.
Free on your time. Download the app, connect to your streaming TV, and connect with News 3 Now on Channel 3000 Plus. Channel 3000 Plus, powered by News 3 Now, helping you move your day forward.
Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
It's 6:53, time for the morning sprint.
If you are planning on returning home via the Merrimack Ferry later this weekend, you might have to take the long way home. The DOT says the ferry will be closing this evening at 6 o'clock because of the forecasted cold weather. They have not said when they plan to reopen. It may stay closed the remainder of the year depending on the weather conditions.
If you commute by bus in Madison, expect reduced service today. All paratransit rides are canceled today. Routes 81 through 84 will not be operating, and 80 will be on recess schedules. Routes A through S will follow the Saturday schedule, and Metro Transit will stay on its usual Saturday schedule tomorrow.
Madison police plan to increase traffic enforcement in December by focusing on enforcing bicycle and pedestrian laws. MPD will also work with the Dane County Sheriff's Office to enforce seatbelt, alcohol, and speed laws. The department says the goal of these efforts is to enhance public safety.
Happening today, the Wisconsin Election Commission will canvass the results of the November election. That's when the results will become official. The certification covers all state and federal contests. Once signed, results for the U.S. Senate and presidential race will be sent to the governor for final approval. They'll then be sent to federal authorities.
Australia is now the first country in the world to ban social media users under the age of 16. Its new law will fine companies that don't take, quote, reasonable steps to enforce the restriction. The passage of the law follows several high-profile youth suicides. Critics point out some children and teens use social media to connect with support systems.
Researchers are learning misinformation spreads faster than facts on social media. A study by the American Association for the Advancement of Science looked into this, and it found misinformation evokes more moral outrage than trustworthy information. That outrage leads to people sharing false stories on social media, often without reading them or checking for accuracy.
The Biden administration is loaning electric vehicle manufacturer Rivian billions of dollars. It's to restart construction on a Georgia factory. It's been on hold since March due to financial constraints. President-elect Trump has previously said he would kill federal efforts to boost electric vehicle manufacturing.
In college football, the Badgers face Minnesota today at 11. Not only is it the battle for the axe for Wisconsin, it's a battle for bowl eligibility. They need to win this game to qualify for a bowl, and the Badgers haven't failed to do so since 2001. Only Oklahoma and Georgia have longer runs, and both of those teams have qualified this year. We'll have today's game between the Badgers and Gophers for you right here on WISC-TV 3.
Well, temperatures are only going to be in the lower 20s at best today, tomorrow, maybe the mid-20s Sunday. At least we'll see some sunshine. There's still some light snow showers out there, and look behind you guys. That's the cam currently. Yeah.
Wow.
Some visibility issues, some snow still falling, so yeah, just be aware of that. You'll probably see restricted or reduced visibility out there, and little to no accumulation could be expected at least here, but that might just allow extra time today.
Well, folks are getting their Christmas tree. Talk about picturesque,
Yeah,
other than it being really cold.
Yeah,
I love it.
Wind chills are sub-zero in some spots.
All right. Thank you, Savannah, and thanks so much for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend, and go Bucky.
Happy Black Friday.